There we go. And we have returned
Yes.
to fight shit.
After
Actually,
many technical difficulties.
all of the technical difficulties have started. All of them. And they don't stop. They never stop.
Yes.
I need to work on TD Chen at some point. I've put her to the side for a long time, but there's just been so much other shit. Oh, that's right, the firecrackers. I was showing those off, wasn't I?
Yes.
Oh, they're so cool.
Yes.
Not as cool as like the random ass cannon I have at one point.
Oh.
Actually, that's going to be coming up, isn't it?
At some point?
I think that's when we fight Kuze. I think I brought that out. And then there's another one where I have a giant swordfish for some reason.
What? I forget that.
Yeah, that happened. We did that already. That was that's in one that actually has the sound.
Oh, okay. And
Go ahead.
And I think we were talking about children's television shows.
Oh, and how they're just how I want to have fucking Joe and Becky Sloan from Don't Have Me I'm Scared work on them all.
Like a real, or do you mean like still a parody of one?
I want to know, like, if they have that IP and given whatever creative freedom they want, what the fuck they'd make.
Because I know Wakey Wakey has Conoco as a sponsor, which is Conan O'Brien's production company.
Yes.
So, does that mean this will be... Oh no. Will this be...
Brass knuckles. Or no, Ashtray, my bad.
Will this
Glass
be
Ashtray.
a bigger series now?
I think that's a good question. I don't know if they're going to have it as a mini-series or what. We have no idea as far as I'm aware. Nothing's really been given out.
But, what's his name from Homestar Runner? I think Matt. Is that the... Is that
I
his
honestly
name?
wouldn't know. I honestly wouldn't know.
Chaps.
I didn't watch a lot of Homestar Runner. I liked it. I just didn't get to, I just didn't have access to a computer all that much as a kid.
Matt and Mike, which one did the thing that I'm thinking of? Okay.
Which one did the thing with the stuff?
Yes, Matt worked on Gravity Falls and Yo Gabba Gabba.
If I remember right, that was also trash.
Did you ever see Yo Gabba Gabba?
I have only saw, like, small commercials for it. I did not see the show itself.
One of the characters looks like a dildo.
I mean, that's for the female viewers, I'm sure.
He is red and phallic.
Like I said, that's for the female viewers, I'm sure.
One of my friends, who I was a little bit closer to at the time and was seeing on a normal basis, I remember talking to her and that show got brought up. Her son was not allowed to watch that because she was scared of that show. So, no, you can't watch it. Mommy's scared of that. And another ashtray. Oh.
I mean, didn't he learn the first time? Just ended with him getting punched in the face. Oh man, look at all that money before Mr. Shakedown steals it all from me.
Yes.
I miss having all that money.
I believe he comes in this episode.
It's after we fight Kuze. I think we run into him for the first time.
Yeah.
So it's either this episode or next. Oh, man. What were we? All right, yeah, shitty kids TV programming. Why don't you like Fairly Odd Parents exactly? Did you just, you just didn't find it funny?
I guess I didn't find it funny. And like I said, maybe I was a little bit too old for it at that point.
It might have been that whole point where you're, like, getting to the point of, like, oh, cartoons aren't good anymore. It's not adult. And you just kind of, like, dismissed it out of, just that mindset.
And it's not, like, the reason why I hate Ed, Edd, and Eddy. I hate that because, oh yes, pardon me, going into the pissery, as I call it. Do you remember when we were at the Renaissance Fair and I was asking you, where is yonder pissery?
Yes.
Yes. Trying to sound as old English as I could.
Yonder pissery. Where's yonder pisshole?
Yeah. But I just find Ed and Eddie, they make fun of
Hey, look, he learned. He actually brought out a knife rather than a freaking ashtray.
Ed, because Ed may be mentally challenged and they're just constantly making fun of that. They're making fun of Rolf because he's a foreigner and all the, oh, dumb foreigner stereotype.
I mean, they don't, really.
Oh.
Like, they don't mock Rolf so much as they just say, huh, Rolf's weird. That's about it. Like, they don't make fun of him for it so much.
No, but I feel like the situations he's in and the situations that happens, it's like the show itself is making fun of the fact that he's a weird foreigner.
I don't get that out of it.
Yeah, maybe I'm just reading too much.
Well, the thing is, too, like, he's completely generic, random foreigner. Like, he's not from anywhere specific. Like, they never reveal where he's actually from. And they do that so that way they can mock a foreign stereotype without specifically targeting one.
Do you remember Ishbu?
No.
Did you ever see All That?
I did. I don't remember that character.
It was...
I remember the French guy that was teaching us French in a bathtub.
Okay, that was also...
There's the canon.
And where does he put
Hammerspace.
it? Hammerspace
canon.
Yes. It was also played by Keenan, and it was also a crazy foreigner type of situation. And it's like, oh, why did you set my birthday cake on fire? In my foreign land, we do this. And that was his catchphrase. Like in my
I vaguely remember that, now that you say it.
And I remember, Sinbad, I think, was a guest star, and he played Ishbu's father, bringing him a shirt from his foreign land that just said, "Foreign land."
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the idea behind Rolf as a character is that, yes, he's in a new place, but he's also clinging to old traditions, probably because that's familiar to him, right? Mm-hmm. Like, there is a point where he literally beats the shit out of other characters for them being stupid. Like, they don't mock him. He, more often than not, gets to take out his frustrations on them. Like, there's literally a point where, like, what was it? They did something to irritate Rolf, and what Rolf ends up doing is pulling out a giant hammer hat, putting it on his head, and you just see Double D there just being like, "Rolf, what is that?" He goes, something along the lines of, like, "The hat of forgiveness. Do you live in a cave?" Or no, it's the hat of punishment or something like that. "Do you live in a cave?" He smashes them with the head of the hammer, pulls it back on this, and just looks at them and goes, "All is forgiven." Like, really nicely.
Huh.
But they're literally smashed flat like a pancake. Like, more often than the other thing is, like, because Rolf technically has kind of like a farm where his house is.
Yeah.
They do take his, like, livestock to try and, like, use it to put forward their scams. Like, whether it's Wilfred the pig, whether it's Ed's obsession with chickens, whether it's, fuck, I forget the goat's name, but they take the goat sometimes. Wilfred was the goat, was the pig, not the goat. I don't remember. The cannon, yep. But, yeah, no, like, Rolf isn't so much made fun of, but even if he does get made fun of, he more often than not is able to take out the frustration back on them. Like, it's not like he's the main focus of the characters, either. Like, all the kids from the cul-de-sac get that. Like, you have Naz, the hot, the hot popular girl. No, not lesbian. Hot popular girl that everybody's interested in and just like melts over. There's an entire episode where they all are just like obsessed with her in like a baseball game and just want to like be in position where she's going to be.
Is it because she has boobs?
No, actually. As far as I'm aware, they're in like middle school. I don't think she's developed them yet, or if she has, her baggy clothes hide it.
Okay.
But no, they like the entire thing is just like, oh man, Naz is so hot. Oh my god. And during like the baseball game, they literally let her run all the way and get like the entire home run just because it's like, I don't want to screw up and like kill my chances with her. Oh god, what do I do? Like even Ed's that way.
In his very mentally unique way.
No, the exact same way as everyone else. He just doesn't have any like, you know, inhibitions of how to react. Like, in one case, I think he literally, like, drives his head into the ground to, like, get away from her or something.
See, it's things like that that I'm like, that's not really funny.
I mean, I find it funny. I don't see why it wouldn't be funny. I understand that you think, like, the whole mentally challenged thing, but that's never, ever brought up as a thing. Hell, there's an interesting part, right? Where one episode where they have like this magic boomerang that literally gives them the opposite personality. And one of them is where Ed is hyper intelligent.
I mean, does his voice change at all?
No, he has the exact same voice. He's hyper intelligent though.
So
like,
more like an idiot savant.
You could say that, yeah, but like he'll like when that boomerang is like on his person, he starts literally typing up like I forget if he's got a computer or an actual typewriter, but he's like typing up like quantifying the unified field theories of things in this and that, and I'm like, what the shit? Like Eddie gets that, and he turns super motherly, like to the point where the boomerang, or not the boomerang, but like I think it's a suitcase or something that he has at the time, and he starts treating it like a little child, to the point where he's got like a diaper on it and everything. And then you got Double D, who's like the straight-laced nerd who suddenly becomes super cool and starts stripping off all of his clothing because it's so hot out.
Here comes the boss.
Hell, yeah, there's the boss. But hell, there's another episode where, and this one's probably my favorite, where they try to like figure out how things work, and they get super like Rocko's Modern Life level of surreal.
I think I remember seeing that one, and that one was the only one that I actually enjoyed.
Where Eddie literally takes the moon out of the sky, a full moon, bites into it like a cookie, and then puts it back, and it's a crescent moon now.
Yes, I do
remember.
He
eats the sun and puts it back as a crescent moon.
I think I actually did enjoy that one. Because, like, that was so batshit crazy, I'm like, I can comprehend this.
There was also the Kanker sisters that were in there that were just, like, super in love with all of the Eds. Like, well, each one had their pairing, I should say.
Yes.
But they were viewed as horrifying monsters because they were super, super upfront about everything.
Yes.
And it's like, it's kind of true, actually, because there was a girl I was interested, not a girl I was interested in, but one that was interested in me that was that way. And it was a huge turnoff.
Like, obsessed over you?
I wouldn't say obsessed, but, like, super forward about it. Like, to the point where she, like, told me to start calling her saucy. And I was just so turned off by it.
Saucy?
Yeah.
Like, Saucy Mackenzie? Or just saucy?
I'm not sure what she was referencing, but she's like, you can call me saucy. Like, in that tone of voice and everything. And I'm like, no. No.
And was this like 7th, 8th grade, younger?
No, this was high school. This was like sophomore year, 10th grade.
Oh.
I was super turned off by it.
Oh.
Like, God, I'm trying to think like how exactly it was. I remember that we were sitting in class when it happened. I think it was before class had like actually started. So that like 5 minutes or so that you have like once you get in the door and get settled and shit. And I think she was in like the row across from me, and she was like talking to me like that, and I'm like, I'm not interested. Like I didn't say anything because I knew class was about to start.
Oh no! It looks like somebody's gonna lose a finger.
Yeah, he don't need that no more.
Oh.
But yeah, it turned me off real hard. So like there are those situations like that. I like the fact that the Eds are like all three of them considered outcasts, which is why they're together.
Uncomfortable.
Ah, you're fine.
Yeah. I think
It's fine. They'll never see when they swap out the model for a fingerless hand.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna get is a little blood on the screen.
Oh my god.
Fine.
I think you and I were cringing on this scene the first time we saw it.
I don't think I was. You probably were. I don't think I was. I just remembered thinking, like, oh, I know where this is going, because all of a sudden I realized, oh shit, this is where that happens. I thought it happened a little later.
Yeah, and I think my initial thought was he was going to be doing seppuku.
I think you did, yeah. Although Wyatt was on the little table.
I think I had a joke about the finger fairy. Put it under your pillow.
Yes, you did. Put the finger under the pillow.
And you get a shiny silver dollar.
That's all my finger's worth is $1. Oh, that's great. You get somebody to do that, and it's like, I can make money off body parts? What have I been doing with my life?
Some crazy fairy bitch is stealing teeth.
Wasn't there an... God, I know this was an episode somewhere, and I don't remember which one it was, but I remember it was some kid who got obsessed with the tooth fairy and started stealing the teeth from other people's mouths. Like, I don't think...
Zim,
maybe? Maybe? I think but it wasn't like literally he was ripping them out of their mouth. It was like, oh, do you have a loose tooth? Here, let me help you with that. And then he takes the tooth after they get it out. Like, they go through this same stupid old bullshit that you see in cartoons all the time. String tied to the door, which is tied to the tooth, and slamming the door. Through stupid shit like that.
Yeah,
but I remember there was an episode of some show that had a plot like that. He would keep putting teeth under there, and his parents got suspicious about it by the end.
It sounds familiar.
Like, it wasn't Zim, because the parents were involved. But I don't remember what show it was. It wasn't Fairly Odd Parents. It wasn't Ed, Edd n Eddy. I know it wasn't Foster's. Oh, man, what? It was probably early to mid-2000s then, if I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Oh.
Damn, I can't. That's going to drive me nuts until I remember what that is.
You'll wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat saying, That's it.
Either that or I'll sleep like a baby, and I'll look it up tomorrow morning.
Maybe.
Oh, man. Yeah, that'll drive me nuts until I remember it. Anyway, point is, like...
The point is the killer is still out there.
Yeah, and Kiryu, you're not supposed to look into it.
Yes, because you're a clown now.
We're going to go be a real estate salesman.
Oh, yes. The real estate world.
I don't understand what your issue is, and not believing that's where we're going with this.
We are going to join Tachibana's real estate firm and become a real estate salesman.
I hear either sarcasm or, air quotes around that. One of the two.
There is massive massive air quotes.
Do you just not believe that that's what we're going to do? Or do you think that's just the cover story for what we're going to do?
As I stated...
I hear the hamster running on the wheel in your head right now of how do I get Tachibana involved in this and where does it go?
Yes, because I know I'm trying to, like, bring up the fact that I am wary about Tachibana's true intentions, since this is, like, the first time we'll be meeting him, but I just don't trust him. And I'm going to get more into this on later episodes.
He's a good guy. I don't understand.
But after what you did to me in about episode 14, 15, 16-ish, I'm just really, really weary now.
I don't get it.
What's that cold draft in the air? Do you feel it?
I don't know why there's a cold draft in the air. It should be in my cup so I can drink it.
Evil is afoot. Evil is afoot.
Here is a man you can look up to. A mysterious man, one might say. But a good man nonetheless.
Oh. No. Do not touch that hand!
He is...
Tachibana.
He is a man. A strong man. Who will offer you a job. So you can walk the straight and narrow, Kiryu.
How much time?
We got about 3 minutes.
Okay.
It's fine. He's the best. Look, he's a good man, just trying to help a guy down on his luck.
How do you know my name?
It's not important. I mean, who couldn't hear Kuze yelling about how Kiryu would cost him a finger?
Man, look at all that money.
All that money that's gone now.
Yes.
Either in the pockets of Mr. Shakedown, or money I've just devoured to increase my skills.
Because you eat money.
Clearly, I eat money. It's delicious. Have you not tried eating money lately?
Oh.
Tokyo potpourri. The best kind of potpourri. Big stuff.
Look at that city. Ooh, and that golden lion.
Gold. Oh man, for the ladies. The scenes.
One day, I will get that tattoo colored.
Well, I mean, do you not know what that's about?
No.
Well, the way a Yakuza lives their life is basically the tattoo that they get on their back. And the closer they, get to attaining that, what they believe a Yakuza is, the more color
I
gets filled in.
I think you're going to have to say that for next time.